So when it comes to writing effective prompts, we actually have four things: context, goal, source, expectation. We start with the green color, GCSE. We are calling this your ingredient. If you know anything about cooking, you need a lot of ingredients to make it tasty. So same thing with your prompt. If you only know how to write a goal, summarize this, write that, explain this, it will still work, but it will not be accurate. Number two, it will not meet your expectation. So if you want it to be accurate, you want it to meet your expectation, you need to include bits and pieces of all of these things. So first up, context. Why do you need it? Who needs it? Example, you're prompting about the pros and cons for 4-day work week. All right, that's what you want. But why? Why do you want that? You want that because you're having an internal debate, or you want that because my senior leadership is contemplating moving to a 4-day work week and they need detailed analysis. So you need to actually explain, because if you explain to AI or Copilot why, they will be able to understand how to answer you better instead of giving a general answer on pros and cons of 4-day work week. If you tell them why are we doing this, then the answer they come back will be a lot more precise. Because the goal is something that you do all the time, and that's very simple, what you want. But at the same time, what you want could also mean the format that you want it in. I want this to be a summarization of key points that is going to impact my action items. So be very clear about your goal. Don't just say summarize this. Tell them what you want to summarize. For example, you're replying your email in an attempt to actually convince the customer that we are the right organization to win the contract. Tell them what it is all about. All right, be a little bit more detailed instead of write an email. Be as verbose as possible. Source is very important. Source is when you actually want them to take the information from a certain area. Example for source, you want to talk about your HR policy to an onboarding audience, but you did not provide the HR policy. What is AI going to do? They are going to look for HR policy in their brain, in their large language model, and that is not your data, and it's going to give you a wrong answer. Your HR policy say that your organization got 21 days of leave. Default in the region is maybe 18 days of leave. What's going to happen is they're going to put in the onboarding document, HR says we only have 18 days of leave, and you didn't check, you send it out, it's wrong, then you're going to go and answer why it's wrong and blah 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 and so on. So source is very important. So the Copilot knows how to ground the information. To give you high accuracy, you need to provide the source. And finally, the expectation. How should Copilot respond? Should it be in paragraphs? Should it be in bullet points? Should it be in a simple, friendly tone? Should it be in a professional tone? How you want it to actually explain? If you're writing a document, does it need to have sections? You must have section A, B, C, D. If you don't tell them that, they will just write the document based on what they think is the right way. A combination of these four should give you a very, very good prompt. Now, on the flip side, don't go back after this and say, Richard told me if I want to write a prompt, I must have GCSE. If I don't have GCSE, my prompt is lousy. Not all prompts need GCSE, but if you are writing something or you are actually trying to extract information from AI, if you have components of this, you will increase accuracy. And you do not need to do too many iterations. One of the biggest problem a lot of people think is, I'm going to use it like a search engine. I just type something, I press enter, information come out, I click on it, and done. AI is not a search engine. You don't tell them properly what you want, they will not tell you properly what you need, and then there's a miscommunication between you and AI. Be very clear on what you want, give them as detailed as possible.